Hello, class. This is me, Mr. C, and today we're going to look at comic books, more specifically American comic books. Today we're going to draw Venom. So, like most things, I like to start off with a circle. Now, when you think about Venom, right, again, when you look at the image, you're going to look at it, it looks complicated, but as soon as you start breaking things down, it becomes a lot simpler. So, before we get to the teeth and the eyes and all that stuff, let's break it down. So, circle, right? Now, right here, here's where his jaw is going to be. I'm going to draw, and I'm going to stop right here in the circle. So, again, I'm drawing a little bit darker than I would because I want you to see it, but most of the time I like to draw very light. So, I'm not going to start right here. I'm going to start right here in the circle, and let's stop it right here. Okay? All right. So now let's start adding a little bit of detail. Now right here, I'm going to go like this. Now I'm going to bring this up right about here. Same thing. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to bring this up like this. I'm going to bring that all the way down to right about here. Okay, great. Now let's work with the eye. So let's do the first eye. So right here, I'm going to come up. See, the thing about Venom is he's not like Spider-Man where he's very sleek. He's a little bit more muscular, sharper even. So let's bring this eye all the way up. Great. Now that's one eye. Now, you'll know why I did this because we're going to draw the other eye right about here. Now, the nice thing about Venom is that he's not perfect, right? He's constantly moving, so his eyes don't have to match. Now, with Spider-Man, it's the opposite. Everything is symmetrical. Venom is not the case, and that's why we're doing that today. Because if you make a mistake, it almost adds to the character. Okay, so this eye builds the head. So, boom. So we have the other eye. Now what I like to do is let's go just finish the head right about here. Okay, great. Let's start with the teeth. Now I'm going to start on this tooth and this tooth right about here. These are the fangs. Once you do these two, everything else is pretty simplistic. So let's get that. That's one. That's two. Now, let's do all the teeth in. Now, you have ways you can do this. You can just go right here and just do this, or you can plan out the teeth up top. Now, what I like to do is I like to plan out the teeth up top. So, let's do that. So, I'll go right here. And again, the nice thing about Venom is that he's not symmetrical, so you don't have to draw perfect. The teeth don't have to match, right? Now let's do the same thing. Let's plan it out almost like a grid, right? And let's go all the way up top. Let's start with the smallest. And as we move forward, we get a little bit darker. Okay, great. So let's do the same thing with the bottom, right? Let's start with the fangs right here. So let's do one right here. Let's do one. And this one kind of comes out a little bit right here. Okay. Now let's plan it out, that grid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that up, bring that up, bring that up, bring that up. Now the same thing. Now this line that we drew in the very beginning, that's going to be our jaw line. So let's go right here, and let's bring that up like that. Now the same thing over here. Let's do that same grid. Bring that up, bring that up, bring that up. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. So right here with the jaw, let's start right here with the tooth. Let's bring this all the way around like this. I think we're almost done with this drawing. So let's go right here. Curl that around like this. Now bring that all the way across like that. Okay, great. Now we're going to bring this line all the way up. Now, the cool thing about this specific, make that a little bit darker. Now, the cool thing about this specific image right here is that he's got this like drool coming out of his mouth. And you can do this any type of way you want, but for me, I'm gonna make it a little bit dripping like this. Like that. So maybe some of it's dripping off. So once we have that, let's add some value. Now, you can use a pin. I know I have pins up there. You can use a pencil. Let's keep the eyes white and everything else. Let's add a little bit darker value. So what I like to do is I'm going to start right here. And again, it's all about pressure. We've been talking about this whole semester. It's all about pressure. I'll go right here. I'll leave this light. Okay, great. Now, right here where I drew this, I think it's like drool, I'm going to leave that open because I don't want to. I want you to believe that that's a little bit lighter than Venom himself. Okay. Now, let's finish this. Let's finish this. Let's do a little text box, and I think we're done. So I'm going to leave the top of his head a little bit lighter because I want to show my viewer, which is you, that there's light coming up top. Everything else could be darker. It's going right here. I should sharpen my pencil. I do not have that much time. If you need to sharpen yours, go sharpen it. I don't have time to do that. Okay. So you see how I left that light right there? I think little things like that can make or break a drawing or a painting or whatever you want to call it. So it's good to leave that light stuff in there. Okay. So I think we're about done. Make this a little bit darker. And I think maybe add some value to the teeth. You know, I think being an artist, you can always find things that could be a little bit better. Now, I was about to say, all right, class, that's it. And I'm like, this could look a little bit better. Now, what about the tongue? Let's add a little bit of value to that tongue. A little bit some right here. Let's give him a little text box. Bring that around. Boom. That is Venom. So, what I want you guys to do today, I want you guys to finish this. You guys have a good day.